welcome to your messages for the week. These are your messages for the week starting Sunday, the 10th of December 2023. And I am doing them beforehand and you're pre-recording them. So I won't be doing them live streaming on Sunday morning. So I started doing that. I felt that was a good idea. I think the idea was to learn about the streaming software. That was a lesson for me. And I will be using the streaming software when I do my impromptu card readings. When I do I sometimes just pop on Facebook Live and do energy readings with the cards for people that are commenting. So now I can do that on YouTube and on Facebook. So that's how I'm going to be using that software, I think, because I'm choosing now to do the messages for the week like this. It just suits me better. So apologies for anybody that's expecting a live stream for the messages for the week on Sunday. But these are your messages now, and you've probably got them before Sunday. So yeah, these are the messages for the week. If you haven't already seen the messages for the month of December, there's a link in the description video in the end screen, and they were all about the importance of being kind to unkind people. Now, that's a lovely piece of advice, I know, and I used to have that up in my classroom when I was a school teacher. Be kind to unkind people because they need it the most. But what I do in the messages for December is we have a look at the energy behind that. We have a look at maybe even like the quantum perspective as to the more important reason why we need to be unkind. Unkind, no, we don't need to be unkind. We need to be kind to unkind people. There is actually an energetic reason. It actually helps everything and everyone. It's going to help raise your frequency. It's going to help raise the frequency of the collective, and that's what we came here to do. So it is a really important point. And so we dive into that, a deeper look at how that is a quantum truth. Okay, so take a look at those. Nothing else in my notes to share before we get going. So let's have a look and see. They wanted to come up. Did you see that one? Oh my goodness me, they're coming out. Okay. Wow. 3 is the magic number, I think. Again, 3 is the magic number. Wow. And they've all come out. They've come out face up. That is so unique. That is so different, isn't it? We have 2 major arcanas and an ace. That is powerful. Change. I love change. Even if it's little change with how the cards come up. So the first card, look, it's the Tower card. Now, I know a lot of people don't like this card. It's one of the best cards to have, especially in the Great Awakening. There are no negative cards in tarot. Because basically, when you understand the process of life and you understand how we are being drawn to whatever it is that we came here to do and to be whoever we came here to be, then you understand that tower card moments are important because we're so programmed in the density of how we should be and we're so scared to leave our comfort zone. So if you haven't been leaving your comfort zone, right, and there's something you want to do, there's something you want to explore, but you're full of limiting beliefs as to how you're going to support yourself, how you're going to cope without a certain person or a certain job or a certain situation, and you just feel like you don't have the confidence or the guts just to make that move, the universe will make it for you. And maybe you don't even know why you're being drawn. I mean, I've spoken before about my tower card moment that happened beginning of last year, beginning of 22. Which got us into Pago and creating the garden retreat, but we had no idea that we were going to do that. So when the tower card moment happened, in other words, it's disruption and chaos. Can you see that? It's disruption and chaos. And the tower is coming down. People are falling out. It's being struck by lightning. But can we please remember that lightning is light? So when you have the tower card moment, it's because you are filling up with light. And when you fill up with light, then the darkness goes and you get catapulted into wherever you're meant to be, because your human, who's doing a grand job, and we love your human, right? But your human has no idea what your destiny is. And how do we find our destiny? It's just constantly following our heart, constantly not second guessing ourselves, constantly just going in the direction that feels right for us. And it doesn't have to be on a large scale, although this can often be on a large scale, but just bring into your life more of what you enjoy. Doing, the people, the places, whatever it is, just bring more of it into your life that you enjoy doing. And just see if you can stop doing the things that bring you down and then do more of the things that bring you up, because that will raise your frequency. But this is disruption and chaos. Of course, there's going to be disruption and chaos. And this is also connected to the affirmation that I was saying, I am ready and willing to allow my full potential. Remember, it's your soul's full potential, not your human. Because, you know, when we were at school, our teachers would say to us, you know, you're not fulfilling your potential. You could work harder, or, you know, you could get that position in a company. You could get that promotion. You're not fulfilling your potential by, I don't know what, playing the guitar all day and doing nothing else, reading tarot, you know, painting pictures. You know, you could fulfill your potential and be a bank manager or something. You get my drift, right? And we were kind of programmed with that. So our human has this idea sometimes that our potential is, you know, a career status, or a financial status, or a social status, or a status. Whereas obviously our soul's full potential is going to be serving humanity and raising the consciousness level of humanity by serving, by loving, by doing what you're good at, doing what you enjoy, and doing what is something creative that raises your vibration, and lifts you up, you know, lights you up, whatever lights you up. So this lightning is coming in and you're being asked to follow what lights you up. And also I want to say with this card, I haven't said hardly any of these things with the tarot card before, so that's interesting. But I also want to say, please take note of the truth bumps. Truth bumps are when people say goosebumps, right? I call them truth bumps because sometimes, and I'm sure if you're watching this video, you can relate to this, when something resonates with you on a deep level, you can feel that tingling in your body. Sometimes you can feel a whole wave of self-realization. This happened to me when I was sitting in my friend's tent with the lovely Liz, and Liz just suggested, you know, you need to get a tent. I hadn't even thought about it before, but when she said you need to get a tent, I didn't just say, oh, that's a good idea. I have this wave of energy that came through me and gave me those truth bumps, which seemed to last for ages. And it wasn't so much, oh, that's a good idea, I'll go and get a tent. It was a realization. I was like, oh, I've got to get a tent. It wasn't like, oh, that's a good idea, I want to. I felt this like, oh, the feeling that I've just had is absolute confirmation that what I've just heard is right for me. So Deborah, my human, hadn't thought about getting a tent. She still didn't understand why she had to get a tent. All I'm saying is that that feeling that came through me was confirmation to me that, oh, I've got to get a tent. There was truth. I could feel the divine truth in Liz's words. It ran through my whole body energetically, but I still had no idea at that time that we were creating the garden retreat. So I'm asking you to think about those truth bumps when they come. Really, really heed them, because I think that's what's going to keep you sane. I was going to say, while you're going through your tarot card moment, it will keep you on track. And the other thing I remember, which I think is really important, is when I was going through the tarot card moment, which when everything was upside down, you know, my relationships with everybody, my work, my location, where I was going, what I was doing, who I was. There was an expectation that got flung out of that window. You have to be open. I am ready and willing to allow my full potential. Because one of the things that kept me going was I had an inner knowing. I understood how these things work. Well, not completely, but I had faith and I had trust in the process. And I was aware that I was in the middle of disruption and chaos. And I was aware that the universe was taking me where I needed to go. And if your soul's potential is a long way away from where you're at, you're going to have a tower card moment, aren't you? It's going to mean moving house, leaving a relationship, leaving a job, you know, moving countries even. And the number of people that we've met at the garden retreat who have just come to this part of Spain, come to the Costa Blanca North. And if you ask them, why did you come? They'll just go, don't know. I visited it and got drawn. A lot of people just come, they get drawn to buying certain houses, they don't know why, but they're meant to be here. They've been through their tower card moment, and they're probably still going through it because they don't really know where they're going, they don't know how they're going to be making any money or what have you, but they're following their heart. It's not just following your heart, doing what you love, it's just you get called. You get called, but you just kind of get this feeling that I just need to do it. I don't know why. That's what's coming up. Wow, it's exciting, isn't it? So I'm asking you, if you get a little bit, if it gets a bit turbulent, there's an inner knowing. Your inner knowing is going to keep you safe. It's going to keep you calm. It's going to keep you understanding that whatever goes on. Because when we first moved to the area, for whatever reason, we had no water for 3 weeks. You know, so I was living in a mobile home with no water, and you know, I was like, what am I doing? What's happening? You know, is this the life I was meant to create at my age? You know, all of that was going on. But I just knew, I had an inner knowing that something was coming, something big was coming. And it did, and it was, and it's still coming, and it's still evolving, and we don't need to know all the answers. We just need to keep flowing, keep flowing, keep flowing. Understand that your outside reality is a reflection of the inside. So the main reason that your life's going upside down is because inside things are chaotic, but not in a negative way, because the light is coming in, this lightning is coming in, the light is coming in, darkness has to go. And that's with all of the systems. The tower represents the systems in life. So this represents the banking system, and the medical system, the education system, the media, I mean, all the systems around us, the pharmaceutical system, business corporations, I don't know what, but all the systems around us are coming down. But that's because the systems within us are coming down. They've been disrupted, like our belief system. Now, whose belief system hasn't been disrupted in the last few years? We're realizing so many things that we thought we knew, we're realizing were not the case, they were not true. You know, we're realizing quantum truths now, not just the truths that were fed to us, you know, from the outside, but the truth of who we really are, the truth of our divinity, which is now shining through. So we find our own truth. So that's why we're having these moments, because what's changing is what's changing within us. We're changing our belief system, our biological systems are changing as well for the better. And so that we can move forward and look what's come next. We've got the Hermit. Now this makes perfect sense to me, because the Hermit is about a meditation and solitude, following your own light and going within. So that's what this is saying. You're going to experience outside of you disruption and chaos because of the disruption and chaos going on inside, which is to do with your belief system and your own personal processes of thinking and your emotions, releasing all those trapped emotions, and filling the space, filling the void with love and gratitude. That's causing a disruption to the inside and the outside, as within, so without, remember. And here's a message about focusing on the inside. Here's the message about trusting, understanding that the outside is a reflection of the inside. So when things start falling around, they're not falling around you. Things aren't going wrong. Nothing is going wrong. What's happening is it's making way for what's right. It's making way for what's divine, I want to say. It's making way for your divinity to shine through so that you can express the power and love that you are through your human experience and serve humanity to a greater degree, on a greater level. And remember, the higher your frequency, the greater your service to humanity. So this is about meditation and solitude, taking time on your own to go within and to follow your own light. And it may not be the light that everybody around you said, oh, you really need to do this because you're good at this. You should do this. It will make you money. You should do this because you need to look after whoever. I don't know, all these people saying things to you. I don't know. But this is about, no, but I really want to do this. I really want to do. What do you really want to do? Because sometimes we don't even know what we really want to do until we sit in that space, this space, the space of meditation and solitude, and feel into what we really want to do and allow new things to come in. Because, what brings you the most joy? Somebody asked me that question, what brings me the most joy? And I just reflected on it. And obviously there's many things that bring me joy, but the most has to be when I'm reading cards for people. And so therefore I have to do more of it. Ta-da! I'm doing more of it. So what in your life brings you the most joy? And how can you do more of it? Because our last card this week is the Ace of Wands. Wands is fire, bold, courageous, passionate, remember. Something new, it's a new beginning. It's a passion hobby. Whatever raises your frequency, do more of it. It's the wands are taking action, physical action in the physical world. Especially if you're going through a Tower card moment. Make sure you spend plenty of time. It might be walking your dog, it might be painting pictures, it might be playing a musical instrument, it might be doing some pottery, it might be dancing, it might be exercising. It could be all sorts of things that you love to do. You're being asked to do more of it. And if there's something that you've always wanted to do, but you haven't been doing, now is the time to start it. So aces are new beginnings, new starts in life, opportunities to do something new. Fire, wands are fire, and fire is very transformational. Okay, so this is about the qualities of fire, being passionate and there's a little bit of like power and force behind it, isn't there? So yeah, it's starting something new action. It's up to you to take new action in whatever brings you the most joy, because things are changing, big changes, big changes, as within, so without. Trust that you're being taken where your soul needs you to be. Trust that you're being taken to a better place, a better frequency, a higher frequency, a higher level of consciousness, and your life is just going to get better and better and better and better. Okay? And that this, when you, in a few, I don't know how long, but you'll look back and you'll think, oh my God, this was the biggest blessing ever. Go within, understand, trust, follow your energy. Follow the truth bumps. Follow your truth bumps. That's what I want to say. Follow your truth bumps. That's a good one, isn't it? I'll make that a title, I think. Follow your truth bumps. Wow. Fantastic. New action. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for getting to the end of the messages. Please subscribe and like and share and all those YouTube-y things. Have a fantastic week. I love you all. Get in touch if you want a private reading. Bye for now.